Welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hi, thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. It's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, and my journey in this fabulous yarny community. Returning subscribers, hi, thanks so much for coming and spending a little bit of your Monday with me for Make-Along Monday. Mondays, I just kind of catch you up on all the make-alongs that I'm doing, some chit chat, and today I have happy mail, so I'm very excited about that. But first of all, I want to apologize. Last week when I showed you this finished object, I forgot to stand up and show you what it looks like full body. I had a lot of people say something to me in my comments about that, and so I apologize. Well, first of all, let's apologize again. I had to push this back so you can see, because I don't have a whole lot of room in here. But this is the Easy V-Stitch Cardigan by Wilma Westenberg. I will link the pattern, her YouTube tutorial, in the description box. But this is what it looks like full on. As you can see, all the way down, it covers, you know, like the pockets of my shorts. It goes all the way down. The only difference, there's the sleeves with the ribbing. The only thing I did different than the pattern, the sleeve the pattern calls for the ribbing to be 4 more inches or 4 more rows. I only did 3 rows of the ribbing. I didn't want a huge ribbing. And then it had ribbing on the neckline that would match this. I did not do that because I liked how these little scallops looked. It's the turning chain from the V-stitches, but I just thought it looked really cute. I didn't want to add the extra bulk through here. Those are the only modifications I made. I've had other people ask me, can this be, the length be adjusted? And absolutely it can be adjusted. If you want it shorter, you don't do as many rows. If you want it longer, you do extra rows. But keep count of the rows on the back panel, because the rows on the front panel, when you split for the neck, have to match. Unless, of course, you want the front to be shorter than the back, and then, you know, you do your thing. So easily customizable. The sleeves were so easy. You don't want sleeves, it would make a really cute vest. You want short sleeves, super cute. 3/4 length, bracelet length. You could customize this to however you want it to be. I'm gonna push this back so that I can sit back a little bit. So anyway, yeah, this is the V-neck or V-stitch cardigan by Wilma Westenberg. Super, super easy. If you've never done a wearable before, I would suggest this is an easy one to do because it's straight V-stitches all the way through. There's no shoulder seaming because it's all made in one piece, and the sleeves are done in the round. So there's not a lot of, her pattern is super easy to read if you are a pattern reader, but she also has the video tutorial to walk you through it. So there are both chances there for you to do this. So beginners who've never done this before, go for it. You will be surprised at how easy this is to do. So that's out of the way. Let's get to my make-alongs. I told you on Friday, I'm done with Sophie's Universe until the fall, so we won't talk about that one again. My Judy's Creations and Crochet is done, so I'm waiting until April 1st to see what the new flower is. My multivalence, I haven't completed it yet. It's on my list to do this week because I really want, I saw Creations by Jaxie. Hi, Jaxie. I saw her finished. Oh my God, is it pretty? I can't wait to get this done. And then that leaves me with the two that I'm currently working on, which is Luck of the Draw 7 and my Double Dog Dare Knit Blanket. So let's start with Luck of the Draw. Luck of the Draw 7 is the brainchild of Nan from Nan's Next Knots. I've talked about it and talked about it. It's a fun little thing to do. 8 colors and a main color to, you know, anchor it all. And then the rest of it's out of your hands. It's up to Nan's drawing to see what color you do next. And it's been a lot of fun. So far, we have not had any duplicates, which is, I guess, unusual. I'm trying to make sure I have the right. And then every Thursday she draws a number and you add it in. For me, it's 4 rows a week. Takes me an hour on Sunday mornings to do this. So, Luck of the Draw 7, week 8. This was my color. The color is called Shell. It's a Willow Everest by Mary Maxim. My main color is Ultra Mellow Spun DK, again, by Mary Maxim. These are both number 3s. And that is, my hook is hooked because I'm still attached to the ball. So, this is week 8. This is what it's looking like right now. Over here is week 1, and we go right on through to week 8. And it's nice and long. And it's going to be a wrap when it's done, I think, maybe. I don't know, it hasn't decided what it wants to be when it grows up. I love this yarn. I'm loving the colors. This is such a fun project. Now that we've gotten all 8 colors in, we should start doing duplicate colors. So, because right now we haven't had a duplicate color at all. The pattern I'm using is a pattern in Crochet magazine from April of 2022 called the Fading Rainbow Throw. The Fading Rainbow Throw. It's linked in my description box below. But yeah, that's where we're at. So this was the last color. And these are all my colors, and I love this project. It is so fun, and it's freeing because you don't have a lot to think about. You do all the thinking at the beginning, you pick out your colors, and from there, you have no control. It's all up to Nan. So Nan, thanks so much for doing this again this season. I'm really enjoying it. Nan's Next Knots, Luck of the Draw 7. And that leads us right into my next make along, which is the Double Dog Dare Knit Blanket with Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. Hi, Laura. And this is a knitting project. And I gotta say, guys, I'm getting kind of good at it. I think I figured, until we change stitches, but at this point, I think I'm okay. Let's get you on the right side. I am behind on this. Because I've had to frog it so many times, but I am not frogging it anymore. I'm loving how this is turning out. I finally have it figured out, and I think this is where I was at the last time you saw it, was right here. So I've done like maybe 3 rows, but I figured it out. It's looking good. It's not perfect. Like I said, this is a learning tool. This is a stitch sampler blanket that's gonna just build skills. And I love it. Again, this pattern is a free pattern from the blog Mama in a Stitch. It is listed below in my description box. I am using Karen Anniversary Cakes in the color Tropical Butterfly with number 15, 10 millimeter. Yeah, 10 millimeter Knitter's Pride bamboo knitting needles with I think it's a 36-inch cord. But anyway, this is how it's turning out, and I'm loving it. I love these colors. It's so bright and cheery. And that's that. Now, this is a project with Laura from Man Mimi's Crochet and Farming. And if you don't know her, go check out her channel. We're only doing 3 rows a week, so you really could catch up if you wanted to. We're hoping to get this blanket done by the end of October, beginning of November, because Laura's making hers as a Christmas present for her son. I'm just doing it because I need to learn how to knit, and I think this is a perfect way to do it. Using thick yarn and big needles is a good way to do this. So this is my Double Dog Dare knit blanket with Laura at Mad Mimi. So those are my make-alongs. I love doing these make-alongs. I love that they're so stress-free because we're coming into summer. Like, I spent the weekend working on the shawl for my granddaughter, and we'll talk about that more on Wednesday, and working on my pool and, you know, spending time with my husband. We're getting to that more social time of the year that my crochet and knitting time is going to be, you know, less than it normally is over the winter and during my recovery from my surgery. So I'm glad that these projects aren't stress induced, and we're going to keep it that way all the way through the summer. So let's talk about my Happy Mail. I was so excited Friday. I got this really cute bag in the mail from the absolutely wonderful Nancy at She's Got Yarn Too. Nancy is a friend to all of us. She is a mentor. She is an inspiration. And I'm privileged to call her a really good friend, sister friend. She is. I spend time with her outside of YouTube. I talk to her on the phone. We text. And she's probably one of the kindest, most genuine people I've met in a really, really long time. And I'm so privileged to call her friend. But anyway, she knew how disappointed I was that I couldn't get my hands on any of the hand-dyed yarn at Hobby Lobby's clearance this year. And so this bag is full of Hobby Lobby hand-dyed yarn from this year's clearance. Although I gotta say, if you saw my Facebook post last week, I was able to get some Hobby Lobby yarn on Friday morning. They had just started the markdowns at the Ocala, Florida Hobby Lobby Friday morning. They were just starting in the sock yarn and moving up. They hadn't got to the cotton yet, although they did have some cotton markdown. They hadn't done any of the I love this yarn. None of the number 4 weights were done. So it was, I don't know how they were doing it. It didn't seem to make any rhyme or reason to me. But I did get some yarn, and I'll show you that on Wednesday. But this is the yarn that Dear Sweet Nancy sent me, and it's all hand-dyed, all the hand-dyed hanks. Isn't that gorgeous? This one is called Petal Perfecto, and it's orange and teal and cream, and it's just, I think there's a little bit of yellow in there and some blues. It is just a little, maybe brownish colors and some gray. I just love this. This is one that is so soft. This one is the 50/50 Superwash Merino 50 Lyocell in a number 1. And she sent me a bunch of these. Let's see, I think, is this the petal? Nope, this is a different one. That's a different one. That's a different one. That's that one. Probably should have taken these out before. But I wanted you to see this super cute bag. Is that not adorable with the llamas all over it? How cute is that? Okay, that's that one. That one. Okay. So she sent me 3 of the Petal Perfecto. Is it Petal Perfecto? Petal Perfecto. There's 3 of those. So I'll be able to make something really nice out of that. Those 3, I love these colors. So pretty. So those were those 3. The next are, it's called Indigo Desert, are these 3. Are those not beautiful with the greens and the grays? It's so pretty. And this one is the same thing of the 50/50 Superwash Merino 50 Lyocell. These have those 2 have 400 yards each of the number 1. This one needs to be redone. It needs a little love. But you can see just how pretty that is. Oh, I can't wait to see how this works up. This is really, really pretty. And I love the feel of this yarn. Look how pretty that twists up. There's a little bit of orange and green and blue. Maybe a little bit of like a burnt orange, some tan. It's just, I don't know, it's very natural, very nature inspired, I think. And this one again is called Indigo Desert. And then the last one, believe it or not, is called Harmonic. And I have this. I made stuff out of it. I made a Tunisian shawl out of this earlier this year. But this is just, I think it's a little bit different. I have 4 of these. Again, this is the Superwash Merino Wool and Lyocell, 400 yards. And I love these colors. Gosh, these are my colors. The tans, the creams, the blues, the grays, the teal. I love that. There's a little bit of yellow in this one. I love these colors. This yarn is so soft and it's so easy to work with. I'll be honest with you. My first couple of, my very first Hobby Lobby, I was clearance. I was afraid of the number 1 yarn. I bought some of it because it was so good, such a good deal. And I kept thinking to myself, well, I can just put it with another one to make a thicker yarn. And then I don't know, one day I decided I'm going to try it with just the number 1 yarn. And it's not as hard as you think it is. It does take longer because you use a thinner yarn and a smaller hook, but patience and you got something beautiful. I have decided I'm going to use this as my pattern, and I'm going to make myself a cardigan just like this one with the V-stitch and everything, using the measurements on this with the number 1 yarn. I haven't decided what color I'm going to make it in yet. But I want a super lightweight cardigan. Not that this isn't super, I mean, this is perfect for what it is. This is a spring to fall, you know, transitional sweater. But I want one that is just going to give me some coverage without adding weight and heat. And I think with this #1 yarn, I'll get that effect with the V stitch that has, you know, enough breathability. And again, Nancy in her inspiration had told me, you know, take a sweater that you like and do measurements. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the measurements off of this sweater and the pattern of this with a #1 and see if I can't come up with a sweater that meets the needs that I'm looking for. Not going to get that to anytime soon. I need to finish a few other things before I can bring that onto my plate, but that will be one of my next projects coming up, and I'm kind of excited about it. So, Nancy, thank you. I did send you a text message when I got it on Friday, but I know you were busy over the weekend, but I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait to take you to lunch for you sending me this beautiful yarn, and you know that I love you. Thank you very much. So guys, that's Make Along Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know my husband and I did. We had some really good times. I hope that you have a wonderful week and that all of you who were in the path of those terrible storms over the weekend in Mississippi and Georgia, I hope you are all safe and everyone you love is safe and sound. People up in Michigan, I know you guys got clobbered with snow again. I hope you're all safe and warm. Everybody else, just stay safe. This weather is crazy this time of year. I know everybody's worried about rain and snow and cold and warm. Like in Florida, we're hitting probably 90 degrees today, which is completely unusual for this time of year. So, you know, you go from 60 to 90, you're not ready for that. It's just, the weather has been really strange. So everybody stay safe, keep an eye on the skies, and just remember, above all, be kind to everyone.